Good evening guys, hello and welcome back once again to a Monday evening of racing with me, Boy Vexed, and the drivers from the Aero League Racing's Gt7 Championship. That's the Tier 1 drivers. As I said last week, I thought there's going to be changes at the top of the table, and indeed it is going to be a fight going into the final round. Currently we have Zico taking the lead of the championship once again. He's actually managed to pull out a 19-point lead over BX Royal. But hot on BX Royal's heels is Racing Green. Racing Green had a DNF last week in race 2, I believe it was. I think he had a connection error. But he's on 149 points, so only 7 points at the moment behind BX Royal. Then we have Yannick in 4th place, he's on 135. We've got Viking Dog in 5th with 120 points. Capel's in 6th with 113. We've got Kellen in 7th with 109. Alessandro's there in 8th place with 98 points. Tied with CMP in 9th with 98 points. We've got Anonymous in 10th with 49 points. Then we have Perry in 11th with 46. Autoration is in 12th with 40 points. Then we've got Astra in 13th with 36. Tintin's in 14th with 31 points. Latus in 15th with 18. Then we have Polito in 16th with 16. Iggy in 17th with 10. And then Arik, Slim, Catfish, Matty and Kep all obviously not carrying points at the moment because they're reserves. So yeah, the bottom of the table for them. The team standings, the Mazda RX Vision are running away, they're romping away with the constructors at the moment with 295 points. That's an 84 point lead, I believe it is, over Lexus in 2nd. Then we've got Jaguar in 3rd place with 205 points. Peugeot's in 4th with 180 points. Porsche is in 5th with 171 points. And we've got McLaren guys in 6th with 155 points. The BMW lads are in 7th currently with 138 points. The MG20 in 8th place with 34 points. And then the Mitsubishi Lancer, the last of the manufacturers to pick up any points, they're on 10. And then the Corvette, Hyundai Genesis and Honda NSX all on 0 points. So all to play for coming into the final 2 rounds. Obviously we've got this week and then we have next week. And I believe we've got a week or two's break, and then we'll be back at it once again. So let's have a look who is on track and what sort of times are they putting in. So CMP actually the top of the tables at the moment in this practice session with a 139.090, and he had an absolutely cracking round, didn't he, last week? He was absolutely on it. Picked up some really good points, which I think has helped his efforts in finishing in the top 10. He's definitely. Let me just check back in and see where he is. Get the points tables back up once again. So yeah, CMP currently sat in 9th place, so he's in the top 10 at the moment. He might be able to secure a couple more positions, maybe move up a couple of places in the tables. But yeah, the closest people to BX Royal at the moment are obviously Zico. The closest people to Zico are BX Royal and Racing Green. BX Royal with only 19 points separating him and Zico, and then Yannick, Racing Green, with only 26 points separating him and the leader. So if he manages to pull out the stops in this round and next round, you never know, he could maybe be able to challenge for the championship. At the moment it looks like it's going to be between Zico and BX, but we will have to wait and see. Be interesting to see how well the Mazda does around here. It's definitely going to be interesting, isn't it, coming into the feature. And we had that absolutely cracking finish, didn't we, last week? Somehow it was almost 4 wide coming through the final chicane. And Zico obviously managed to pick the win twice. He managed to make it 2 out of 2. But only due to BX Royal and Viking Dog, I think it was, picking up seconds worth of penalties as they came through that final chicane. And Viking Dog is now pinballing off the walls. I think this is it. I think we're going into qualifying now. So we will find BX Royal as is tradition. What a lovely tradition it is to ride on board with BX for the outlap, and probably his first flying lap as well. some reason, due to the way that the GT lobbies are, obviously the host gets privileges of coming out the pits first. I think it'd be a mad dash to all try and leave, but yeah, BX obviously well and truly out in front at the moment. He's in the free air as well, so that's going to stead him good for his flying lap. I think some of the guys behind him will probably be looking to try and make the most of the tow from the car in front. So we'll have a look at the races and the cars they are obviously in for this season. Obviously only the final two races, 2 rounds, final 4 races, sorry, over 2 rounds, so this week and next week. But yeah, BX Royal in the Jaguar. Then we have Yannick in the Porsche 911 GT3. Zico is in the Mazda RX Vision. We have Capel in the Lexus RCF. Viking Dog in the second of the 2 Mazda RX Visions. We have Kellen in the McLaren 650S with Alessandro in the BMW M6. We have got Perry in the second of the 2 McLaren 650Ss. Racing Green in the Peugeot RCZ. And his teammate Tintin there for company. Tintin going really deep. Looks like he was trying to stick with his teammate, but Auto just slotting in between them there. He's in the second of the 2 BMW M6s. And looks like Racing Green has actually slowed down. Where's Auto going? I'm not sure where Auto's going. He's exploring different lines through the track. It's not going to help him in the race, though, is it? Let's be honest. Maybe he's actually just trying to get some free air coming into this first flying lap of the race. And there we go. So Racing Green is out ahead of his teammate. I think he's going to be looking to give Tintin a bit of a tow along the straight. Maybe these two can work together in this final round to try and maximise points for Racing Green. CMP with a nice bit of breathing space there. He's got some nice free air. He's not going to have to worry about anyone slowing him down. And then Auto, yeah, so Auto has decided to drop all the way to the back. So I think he is also opting for the free air strategy. We'll go back on board with BX for the minute. So BX Royal now on his first flying lap. He's coming up to the end of his first flying lap actually. So what is the time going to be? His outlap was a 1:33.6. His first time on the board is a 1:38.9. Yannick. Only 700ths off of BX, and Zico 400ths off of Yannick. Capel 6/10ths off of Zico. Viking Dog moves up into 4th place there. Capel drops down to 5th. Kellen will be next across the line. He's up into 5th. Capel now down to 6th. Perry still stays where he was. I think Capel may be the next one. I think we've lost the order now, haven't we? So yeah, I think everybody has crossed the line now, apart from Anonyma, who has just crossed the line, and Auto, who's about to come up to the line. We'll have a look what sort of times everybody's set. And welcome along if it's your first time on board with us. And welcome back if you're a returning viewer. So as I say, BX Royal currently with a 1:38.949. Racing Green hot on his heels with a 1:38.990. Yannick with a 1:39.021. Zico with a 1:39.061. So that is, yeah, very, very close indeed between the top 5. Viking Dog 1:39.113. Alessandro up there into 6th, provisional 6th place, 1:39.220. CMP with a 1:39.369. Tintin with a 1:39.444. Anonyma 1:39.468. 1:39.553 for Kellen. So it looks like everybody into the 39s. 1:39.632 for Perry. 39.710 for Capel, and Auto with a 46.1. So yeah, Auto a little bit off the pace at the moment. Maybe this isn't one of his most favoured tracks. Might just be trying to find his feet a little bit. Oh, he has a big slide there. Or perhaps he's just switched to no traction. It looks like he might be struggling a tiny bit with the traction. Tiny bit of skirting going on. So Viking Dog with a 38.833 goes 1/10 faster than BX Royal to take provisional pole. So that's going to be the time to beat, is the 38.833 from Viking Dog. So what can Viking Dog do? Can he put an upset to proceedings? He might be able to even out the fight at the top of the standings. Obviously, if he manages to take pole and turns it into something good, then he might take some good points away from the other guys that are fighting for the championship. Well, we will have to see. And hopefully everybody's doing well on this very hot Monday evening. I actually binned off F1 practice this evening because it was just too hot to set the rig up. So Viking Dog in for a new set of shoes. I think this is going to be BX's, yeah, he's just done an out lap. This will be his first flying lap on that new set of boots. So let's just stay on board with him for a second, see how he takes the track. He's down to first gear for turn 1. I think he'll be back up to, oh no, actually he runs it out in first gear. So maybe it is first gear now for turn 1. It used to be second, I believe, or down to first and then straight up to second. However, purple through the first sector. So keep it nice and consistent through this next one. This sweeping right-hander, very deceptive. It can draw you out to the outside of the track, as it was trying to do there with BX, but he got through there nicely. Now down into second for this next left-hander. This one as well, you can lose traction on the rear very easily when you try to get on the power. So feathers it nicely through there. He's going to power on down through this next sector, down to the next hard braking zone, which is just after the Dunlop sign. And then into this very slow chicane. Another very tricky right-hander. Can drift out too wide on the left there sometimes, and that messes you up for this next left-hander here. BX getting through there nicely though. Through the final turn now. Again, one where all too easy to light them rear tyres up, and if you run too wide on that exit curb, you are at risk of getting a penalty. Or you run the risk of getting a penalty. 138.889 there, so improves, but still in provisional third place at the moment. Still 1/10 off of Racing Green. Racing Green has taken provisional pole in the Peugeot, the Pocket Rocket. I'm sure he's going to be chasing another win this season. He managed to pull one out of the bag in, let me just check what round it was. I think it was one of the opening rounds. So yeah, in fact he's actually got 2 wins under his belt at the moment. Week 3, which was round 3, and round 5. Both in the feature, so superior strategy from Racing Green to take them 2 wins. What can he do tonight? Is anybody going to be able to topple him off of that provisional pole position? I think if anyone can do it, it might be Viking Dog. BX Royal is still out at the moment. Has he got enough time to get another set of boots? Don't think he has. It's going to be his final lap. Is this one going to be faster? We're going to have to check the split. Where is Viking Dog? Viking Dog is behind him. And this is indeed the final lap of this qualifying session. What can BX do here? Is it going to be an improvement on his time? Is it going to be enough? He wants to try and take that provisional pole position. And no, it's not quite enough. He improves up into third, so he's going to be starting in third position, it looks like, unless Zico manages to improve or anybody else around him. And Yannick has gone faster. And Viking Dog does. He manages to push BX down into fourth place, it looks like, Yannick. So Racing Green looking like he is going to start on pole position, maybe still on a lap here. He's going to be able to cement it. Oh, and Zico pulls out one at the end there to move up into provisional second place. BX now down to fourth. BX is going to have his work cut out for him in this sprint race. So Racing Green, and he does improve by 200ths. So Racing Green will start on pole, Zico in second place, Viking will be in third, BX will start in fourth, we've got Yannick starting in fifth, Alessandro in sixth, Kellen in seventh, Anonyma in eighth, CMP ninth, Tintin in 10th, Perry in 11th, Capel in 12th, and Auto will start in 13th place. Well, that was where you're qualifying out the way, guys. Obviously only 13 drivers on the grid this evening. Racing Green will be lining up on pole. What a lap that was. Wow. So are we ready for the first race of the evening, which will be the sprint? Standing start for the sprint. Obviously going off of these grid positions here. So the two Mazdas doing really well to secure second and third place on the grid. Then we have a Jaguar and a Porsche. Racing Green obviously in the Peugeot. We've got Alessandro in the M6 in 6th. Kellen will start in 7th in the McLaren. Anonyma in the Jag. That might be his best starting position so far this season, so he's definitely coming to grips with that Jaguar. CMP starts in 9th. So we'll join the guys on the grid in just a second. And what's the sound quality like, guys? Is sound still good? Hit W if it is. Spam that W. Don't think we've actually got many viewers this evening. So Racing Green lines up on pole for the first race of the evening. What is he going to be able to do here off the start? The Peugeot is notoriously good off of the start, so is he going to get a good getaway? And they're off. I love the Porsche in the background there. Yannick maybe getting a good getaway. The second Jaguar Anonyma out along his outside there. Racing Green still holds that inside line, or still holds first place. Oh no, oh, what happened there? BX has been punted off. Looked like Viking Dog was on his inside. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. BX is going to rejoin right at the back of the field now. Racing Green still in first place with 5 tenths at the moment over Zico, who's now up into second. So Viking Dog down to third. No, Viking Dog started in third. I think Viking Dog was going for a move there, wasn't he? I think maybe going up the inside of BX, and there was a tiny bit of contact which just made BX's car just veer off the track. Anonyma with an absolutely cracking start, now up to 4th place. Viking Dog still having a look at his teammate up ahead. Alessandro now in 5th. So Alessandro getting a really good start there as well. Kellen in 6th place. Tintin is in 7th. Perry's now in 8th. We've got Yannick there in 9th. CMP is 10th. Auto up to 11th. Capel's there in 12th. BX Royal going for a move around the outside of Capel. No, he thinks better of it. Capel was holding the inside line, but BX is going to sweep around. It's going to turn into his corner for the next one. No, he's not. That's Auto. So Capel actually getting the move done there on Auto. But Auto's going to have the inside now for the final turn. And he comes out of it ahead. So it's Auto followed by Capel, followed by BX Royal. And we're going to have to go on board at the front and see if any moves are being made up ahead. Racing Green with a 7/10 lead now. The two Mazdas, the closest cars to him, that is Zico and Viking Dog. And on the side, Alessandro in the background there. Alessandro going up the inside there of Anonyma. Is he going to get the car stopped? He managed to get it stopped, but Anonyma with the switchback. And Kellen has caught Alessandro slipping. He's on his outside though. Alessandro's going to have the inside for the next turn. I believe it's turn 3. Into 4, which is a sweeping right-hander here. So Alessandro back down into 5th place. Kellen in 6th there. So Alessandro managing to keep that position from Kellen. No changes at the front. Meanwhile, Anonyma now coming under the attention of Alessandro once again. He's going to have a look into this next braking zone, into this chicane here, and he gets the car stopped. There's a tiny bit of contact there. Alessandro still trying to get past. Still unable to get a move done. Anonyma proving a very tricky customer at the moment. And we've got Tintin. Tintin has managed to get a move done on Kellen in the background there. And Yannick now having a look on Kellen as well. I don't think he's going to manage to get a move done through that last turn. And he didn't. He's going to have to be patient. But these guys actually not too far off the top 3 now. And this is going to be Alessandro's next opportunity. Look at the train starting to form behind Anonyma. Anonyma needs to try and creep up into the slipstream of Viking Dog up ahead. He's got 2 seconds to deal with at the moment. And we have Yannick pulling over to the inside there, going defensive against the second of the 2 McLarens, who's around the outside. Perry, no, he's off onto the grass, onto the gravel. That was Tintin as well. Tintin having a moment. Tintin still in 6th place. In fact, did he get the move done off track? I'm not even sure what happened there. So Yannick's still there in 8th, CMP is there in 9th, Perry is now 10th, BX Royal back up to 11th place. We have Capel there in 12th and Auto in 13th. On board with the race leader. Racing Green has now managed to pull out an 8/10 gap, so he's only stretched it by a 10th, but he's looking to try and pull away from the 2 Mazdas behind him. They are definitely tricky customers indeed though. Zico, obviously the reigning Tier 1 champion, and he is back into the lead in the championship standings. Obviously Racing Green is currently still in 3rd place in the standings. If he manages to get the win here, that is definitely, it may change things. And obviously we've got a feature as well, may bring him back into the battle in the final round. And BX also needs to try and get some moves done, try and salvage some points here in this sprint race. First race of the evening. Racing Green now stretches that gap to a 2nd. So Zico now with a bit of breathing space over his teammate behind. And they've actually managed to stretch that gap back to the rest of the field by 2.6 seconds. So Anonyma, he's just got to worry about this defensive race behind him at the moment. The train seems to have calmed down a little bit. I think maybe we've had a couple of concertinas through the corners. They were driving very close indeed before, weren't they? As Alessandro almost gets the better exit once again. And then who's that in the background? Is it the Porsche? The Porsche of Yannick now getting overtaken by BX. Goes around his outside. Like he's got a move done with these as well. So BX is well and truly on a charge, trying to make up for lost time now. Lap 4 of 10, almost halfway through this sprint race. Oh, BX Royal goes deep. That's allowed Yannick back through, has it? He's still going to be on the outside for this next right-hander. No, BX keeps the position. He did go a little bit deep there though, didn't he? Maybe he's starting to suffer a tiny bit of understeer as them fronts start to fade. BX goes deep again. Yeah, it looks like his front's just washing out ever so slightly. I think he's pushing them fronts really hard at the moment. He is on to the back of Perry now though. Perry's going to have to start going defensive. CMP's pulled over to the inside already. He's seen the move coming, as has Perry. Here's BX going to think about a late move. And he is. He's having a look now up the inside. It just breaks later there than Perry. Perry looked like he backed out of it. In fact, maybe even losing the position to Yannick in the process. So BX is through. Yannick in his side mirror there. All over the rear bumper of Perry. Perry, who's just been passed by BX Royal. Racing Green still in the lead. Zico still in second, and Viking Dog still in third place. But BX is now on a charge, trying to carve his way through the field, trying to get back up towards the front runners, you would assume. Oh, maybe moves being made up ahead as well. Kellen looking like he was trying to have a go on Alessandro. Alessandro looking to try and get past Tintin. Tintin, who's having a great drive at the moment as well, they're in 5th place. So Tintin actually has got past Alessandro. Alessandro was ahead of him, so Alessandro trying to retake that position. Looks like he's got the better tyres at the moment. So what can Tintin do here? He's just got to drive defensively now, hasn't he? He's lost the slipstream of Anonyma up ahead. Anonyma doing really well as well in this sprint race. Perhaps Fuji, one of his favourite tracks. So yeah, Tintin had to go defensive. Alessandro's going to have a look around the outside. Oh no, there's been massive contact between a few of the guys in the background there. I think BX was involved in that, I'm not too sure. He's going down the inside now of Capel, but CMP and Perry were definitely, unfortunately, involved in that, and now at the back of the field. What just happened there? So the gaps have opened at the front as well. Racing Green with a 1.1 second lead over Zico in second. Zico's got 1.7 over his teammate Viking in third. Anonyma has got 3.5 seconds to deal with to try and get onto the back of the top three. But he's got 1.9 over these guys in the background here. Alessandro, Tintin and Kellen. Alessandro has managed to get back past Tintin. Tintin now under the attention of Kellen. Kellen looking quick as well in that McLaren. But Tintin had a fantastic start, didn't he? He had such a good start. Found himself in 6th place. What can he do? Can he keep that position? And BX is starting to creep up now as well. You can just see him in the shot. Up to 9th for BX. Needs to try and get onto the back of Yannick. Oh, we're going to see a move here from Kellen. The McLaren driver is going to be close enough in the braking zone. No, he wasn't that time round, but maybe close on the exit though. He was looking for that switchback, but looked like Tintin just had the better drive out of the corner. The BX Royal is about to slip into that tow range of Yannick up ahead. It's 9 temps now. I think we're around about 8 temps. He should start to feel the slipstream. Yannick's managed to pull a couple of hundredths, so BX is going to have to wait a little bit longer. Oh, it's Kellen. Kellen looking for the move now on Tintin. Tintin going defensive. Oh, who's going to get it? Tintin keeps it for the meantime. Yannick there as well. Yannick wetting the wings. Yannick looking hungry in the Porsche. Can he salvage any more positions? Kellen with a bit of a moment there. He's lost a couple of attempts up ahead to Tintin, but Yannick still unable to find his way past. Alessandro now has pulled out a second over the cars behind, trying to creep up into the tow range of Anonyma up ahead. Obviously moves being made in the background there. Tintin goes defensive once again against Kellen. Kellen, will he go around the outside? He does momentarily, but Tintin with a better drive out of the corner. It looked like Kellen was a little bit hesitant on the throttle. Tintin has used a lot of them tyres though, hasn't he? The tyre wear on that front left is quite bad. Compared to the cars behind him, Kellen's tyres look a lot better. He should have the grip advantage, so I would assume he'd be able to get that move done. Oh, and he is having a look around the outside now. Can he get a better drive out of the corner? Yannick pushing BX along. These four cars are very close indeed now, and CMP not far away as well. Kellen has another look around the outside. Tintin covers off the inside line. Nowhere for the guys to go. Oh no! I don't know if there was a tiny bit of contact there between Yannick and BX. BX is off into the barriers once again. That's going to be this race over for him. It did look like Yannick was pushing him along, didn't it? But I don't know if there was a tiny bit of a concertina into that corner which just helped BX around. It wouldn't have had to be much, would it? I digress. So Alessandro has started to creep up into the slipstream range of Anonyma in 4th place, hanging it out in the 5th gear there. I'm pretty sure it's got 6, but maybe it's just quicker to keep it in 5th, or it bogs down a little bit in 6th. McLarens I know have got 7. I think the Gatti as well, Gatti Veyron. So Viking Dog's managed to get past his teammate. Zico now down into 3rd place. Viking Dog's just been sitting behind and saving his tyres, hasn't he? Look at the tyre difference between the two cars. Well, I thought Viking Dog was playing the team game and allowing his teammate to keep that position, obviously, because it's going to help him out in the championship. But Viking Dog said, no, I'm not having any of that. I'm taking maximum points, mate. Or is he trying to bring Zico onto the back of Racing Green? Because that gap actually isn't stretching, is it? So maybe because Zico's tyres are dying, perhaps he's asked the Viking Dog to take the reins so he can sit in his tow and maybe bring him onto the back of Racing Green in the dying stages of this race. We're on lap 10 now. This is the final lap of the sprint race. Who is going to be the victor? At the moment it looks like Racing Green. He's got 3 seconds over the cars behind him. He's got the fastest lap as well as the point for pole. So that's some decent points there in the bag for Racing Green. And Viking Dog has pulled away from Zico. So it wasn't trying to pull Zico onto the back of Racing Green. It looks like he's trying to get onto the back of Racing Green himself. What can Viking Dog do here? Can he cut that 2.7 seconds there? I think it's a tall order, isn't it, in 1 lap? And we're coming through the final sector now. It's going to have to take Racing Green to have a moment somewhere for the guys behind to catch him. And through the final turn now, is going to be Racing Green, a first guy to the line. He will take the checkered flag once he gets there. There we go, takes the checkered flag, GG's mate. And takes the win in the first race. Viking Dog with a second place there, Zico takes third. We got Anonymous trying to hold off Alessandro there. And he manages to do it. Anonymous in fourth place, Alessandro in fifth. Tintin is going to take sixth. Oh, photo finish between them three over the line. Kellen 7th, Capel 8th, Yannick in 9th. Auto will take 10th, Perry in 11th, CMP will take 12th, and BX will take 13th. That's heartbreak there for BX. I'm sure he got taken out at the start of the race as well. He's been taken out, well, it looked like he was taken out twice in that race. I don't think they were intentional either time.
Good evening. Solid first race.
Oh, that was a solid first race, wasn't it, Magneto? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're coping in this very hot weather. I'm melting myself, but we're dealing with it. We're soldiering through it. Well, it's definitely 30 degrees or higher. And obviously with the racing, how it is this evening as well, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a tall order, but I have got plenty of hydration beside me, so we are good. So yeah, that was the first race out of the way. Racing Green taking the win there with Viking Dog in second place. Zico took third. We had Anonymous in fourth, Alessandro in fifth. Anonymous, yeah, Anonymous, great finish there from Anonymous. I think that's his best finish so far this season. But yeah, Alessandro 5th, Tintin in 6th, Kellen 7th, Capel in 8th, Yannick in 9th, Auto Ration in 10th, Perry was 11th, CMP in 12th, and BX will start in 13th. So the reverse top 10 grid for the feature race puts Auto Ration on pole with Yannick in second place. We're going to have Capel starting in third with Kellen in fourth, Tintin will start in fifth, Alessandro in sixth, Anonymous starts in seventh, Zeke will start in eighth, Viking Dog will start in ninth, and Racing Green will start in 10th place. Can I hear rain? Nobody out on track at the moment, but it sounded like I could hear the patter of rain. So we've got a mixture of tyre choices at the moment, it looks like, from the guys on the field. Viking Dog is going to come out and test out the hards. We've got Capel behind on mediums, BX is in the pits on hards, Tintin mediums, Perry mediums, Auto on hards, Racing Green on mediums, CMP hards, Kellen mediums, and Alessandro mediums. So yeah, in fact, very, very cloudy, but maybe, no, we do get that feature sometimes, don't we, where it can be raining around some parts of the track and not around others, so you never know, perhaps there is a little bit of weather. So it's going to be interesting to find out what actually happened to BX. So as always, if you need to go and grab a refreshment or a toilet break, I'd do so now. The feature will get underway shortly. I'll see CMP taking an adventurous line there. I reckon he just got out to go to the door or to go for a pee without forgetting to, or perhaps forgetting to pause the game. Oh, Capel as well. Perhaps the guys struggling to get them hard switched on, but Capel actually on the medium, so they auto off on the hards as well. CMP still struggling. Oh, he's waiting for that damage to go. He's rolling backwards. What is going on with his car? He's still not managed to go. Yeah, I think he's AFK at the moment, clearly.
Some of these guys must be gripping on their setups. Couldn't imagine wearing gloves.
Yeah, tell me about it, Magneto. I binned off practice tonight for the F1 purely because it's just so hot. And like you say, yeah, wearing gloves is not the one, not in this heat. I know Sunday, I did a race on Sunday evening, and obviously because I wear a headset during racing, my ears, mate, my ears were sweating. I literally had sweat dripping off my earlobes. Not a pretty sight. Oh. Who was that? Somebody having a spin there. I think it was Alessandro back in the pits. I think everybody's going to be a little bit scared of the hards around this track. I don't think it's one of the highest grip tracks, is it? So, yeah. I imagine they've done testing though, so what do you guys reckon it's going to be? What's predictions for the feature? BX Royal needs to try and salvage some points here. What's he going to be able to do from 13th place? Obviously Zico, Viking Dog and Racing Green are all going to be starting from the back as well. Racing Green at the moment on maximum points. You're going with Zico. Yeah, he managed to pull out the double win last week. He might still be able to get the winner, get the W in this race, but we did see in that last race, it doesn't look like there's team orders going on between the two Mazdas. I thought Viking Dog was trying to help Zico out to get onto the back of Racing Green, but at the end there you can see it clearly wasn't the case. Every man for himself in Team Mazda. So we've had the message there from BX Royal starting soon. What is Auto going to be able to do from pole? He's going to be on pole position. Come on, Auto. You got this. Auto Ration. I think he started on pole for the feature. So earlier this season, I want to say it was in the BMW again. I can't remember. And he actually had a good first few laps. I think he was leading for a little while. Here we go, the lobby reset. We're going to go and find Auto at the front of the grid. Hi Auto. It's a rolling grid as always. We got Auto starting on pole, Yannick there in second, Capel third, Kellen fourth, Tintin fifth. Alessandro starts in sixth. That's your top six. So Zico starting in 8th place. That's going to be good for Zico. The klaxon sounded and they are off for the feature race. And look at them clouds forming over the track. That's not very good at all, is it? As the second of the two BMWs in the background there. It looks like Alessandro going for a move up the inside of Kellen, is it? Or Anonyma? It might have been Anonyma. I think he managed to get it done as well. So Auto is still in the lead of the race with Yannick there in second place. Capel is now in third. Auto's picked up half a second's penalty, as has Capel there in third place. 1.5 for Capel. No! Capel, how did you get that 1.5 second worth of penalty? We're going to go on board with Yannick at the moment, as he is challenging for the lead of the race at the moment. And he's just driven straight into Auto. Yannick, my friend, that is not how you get a move done. And that is also the reason why we stayed on board, because I wanted to see if there was any shenanigans going on. That is not sportsmanlike at all. Capel carrying that 1.5 second penalty. Yannick doesn't get a penalty at all there. I'm sure he probably will after the race. Obviously I'm not a steward, so We'll have to wait and see what the stewards feel about that, but yeah, definitely looked like Auto was nudged off track, well, nudged around. Kellen now in second place, Alessandro is up to third. We have Tintin now in fourth, Anonymous in fifth. We've got Zico on his heels in sixth, with Viking Dog there in seventh, Racing Green's now in eighth. Zico can't quite get the move done as yet. In fact, yeah, it looks like Tintin looking for the move on Alessandro now. He wants to take that third position. Alessandro looks up the inside of Kellen. Not quite alongside though, so had to back out. So it's still Kellen second, Alessandro third, Tintin in fourth. And Tintin looking racy indeed in that Peugeot. So Zico is now up to fifth, Viking is there in sixth place, and Racing Green is there in seventh. As Viking Dog goes for a move at the inside of Zico, almost gets it done. Oh my god. Viking Dog looking hungry as well on the hards. Zico also on the hards. Maybe Zico struggling to get him turned on. Oh, Viking Dog up the inside now, is he? No, he was alongside momentarily. Racing Green though. Racing Green sees his opportunity through the final turn. He is now indeed past Viking Dog. He's trying to make his way past Zico now. What is the better car along the straights? They're well and truly locked in a drag race. Zico actually ahead at the moment. Racing Green covers off the inside. That's allowed Viking Dog up the inside there as well. They're 3 wide into turn 1. And Viking Dog back past his teammate, or finally past his teammate, but has to sit behind Racing Green. So as I say, no team orders on display this evening. Viking Dog wants the points all for himself. That's Alessandro now looking to try and get the move done on Kellen. Can he take that second place away? And he looks up the inside now into this chicane here, the bus stop. Kellen is going to have the inside for the next sector, but then it turns into Alessandro's once again, and he does finally get the move done up into second place for Alessandro. He's now got 2.3 seconds to deal with, up ahead to Yannick. So Alessandro with a move there. He set it up through a couple of corners, finally getting it done on the final part of the section, and pulled out 3 attempts against Kellen, but Kellen's going to be coming back, approaching this next braking zone. And one of the I think it's Zico in the background there, almost going to get passed by Perry around his outside down the start finish. Kellen does have a look around the outside, maybe looking to switch back now, but unable to get it done. So Alessandro still in second place there, Kellen is in third. We have Tintin now in fourth. Racing Green is up to fifth, onto the back of his teammate. I wonder if there's going to be any team orders between the Peugeots. And Racing Green with the fastest lap as well, 140.108. Viking Dog now 1.8 seconds off the back of Racing Green. I think that was courtesy of that battling he was doing with Zico. Zico still in the clutches of Perry. Perry is going to have a look up the inside now. Is he into the bus stop? Zico just better on the brakes there, had better exit, better momentum, superior momentum. And BX Royal not far behind now as well. BX Royal there in 9th place. BX Royal has made up. He always come from the back, hasn't he? So he's made up 4 positions so far. CMP is now down in 12th place. Anonymous is there in 11th after that brilliant race he had in the sprint. Capel finds himself in 10th. And BX Royal is well and truly on to the back of this 3-car train up ahead. Perry moves over to cover the inside and to try and get the move done on Zico. I think he's going to be aided here by BX. So BX has actually managed to get past Zico as well. He's going to get a better exit through turn 1. Perry is still ahead. Perry's going to have the inside for this next turn. And BX with the better exit, but he's got nowhere to go. All you can see is the rear of that McLaren up ahead. Zico tries to set up a move around the outside. I think BX saw that one coming. Oh no, they've all gone deep. They've all gone deep. Ah, BX, no. BX, he only wants to pick up a penalty there. What happened? BX is going to lose position now because he's got half a second's worth of penalty to deal with. And Zico still hounding him. Still pushing him through the snaky sector. Sneaky final sector on the approach to the start finish through the penultimate turn, and the final turn here. So it's still along the start finish straight. That's going to hurt BX a lot. Zico doesn't even have to pressure him too much. He's going to get that position for free. BX moves over off the racing line and Zico goes through. Capel will surely go through. Is he going to lose the position to Anonymous as well? His teammate looking like he's got the run, or is Anonymous going to try and help BX out? He actually just backed off a little bit, didn't he? So BX still with his work cut out in this feature race. Still a long way to go. We're only on lap 6 of 24. And Capel now putting Zico under some pressure. Zico looking like he's really struggling on them hards. His teammate has moved up a position ahead of him as well. He's past Perry now. Perry down to 7th. In fact, no, Zico dropped position. He lost position to Perry, didn't he? I think he might lose position to Capel. Capel is really working to try and set a move up now. We see a lovely shot of the mountain there in the background. Beautiful Mount Fuji. Racing Green is now past the teammate and he's on to the back of Kellen. So now starting to challenge for the top 3. Opting for the mediums in the first stint. Is that going to prove to be the OP strategy? We'll have to wait and see. I think he's going to take him for at least 10 laps. 10 or 12. And then he'll take the... Or is he going to try and make him last out and maybe take the softs for the final stint? I think he's going to go medium hard. That seems to have been what he's done for a lot of the races, if memory serves me correctly. Kellen doing a fantastic job at the moment of holding that 3rd place. Alessandro has started to creep up. He was starting to chip away at the gap up ahead to Yannick. Alessandro having a really good race at the moment. And that gap is definitely coming down. Alessandro's taken a couple of attempts out of it in the last couple of corners. He had a little bit of a wobble there on the exit, but... And now Racing Green is closer than ever to Kellen. Can he get the move done through the final turn? He's alongside. Oh, Kellen gets a little bit squirrely on the curb there. That has allowed Racing Green up into third place. Kellen still trying to fight back in that McLaren though. Racing Green's got to hug that inside line. Tintin's going to try and follow them. Not picking up the slipstream as yet though. Kellen looking for the better exit once again. He takes that slightly wider line and tries to go for the cutback. Just didn't have the grip it looked like on that occasion. As Racing Green, will he pick up half a second there? We saw BX do it earlier. And he hasn't, he's actually got away with that. He did get a little bit over that curve though, didn't he? You do run a risk of a penalty there. It might have been through this turn here actually, where, yeah, it was. That was where BX did pick up that half a second. So, we still have Yannick in first place with Alessandro there in second. Racing Green is now up to third. Kellen is down to fourth. We have Tintin sat in fifth. Perry's there in sixth. We have got Viking Dog in seventh place now. So Perry has managed to find his way back past Viking Dog. Looks like the Mazdas are truly struggling on them hard compound tyres, although Perry actually on the mediums. Merry Perry. A Viking Dog keeping it very consistent at the moment. He's actually got 3 seconds still over his teammate behind in 8th place. Which is Zico there in 8th, and then we have BX Royal now in 9th, so he's back to 9th. After having to serve that penalty. I keep saying that there's still a long way to go. Could still be anyone's race at the moment, because it does come down to strategy. So Capel is there in 10th place. CMP is teammate behind in 11th, 2.4 seconds behind. Anonyma now in 12th, and we've lost somebody. We've lost Auto Ration has retired that BMW. So the only one still out on track is Alessandro. Alessandro has pulled that gap down now to 1.9 seconds. Can he continue to chip away at the gap up ahead to this guy who I've not been focusing on too much because I'm still a little bit salty about that move that took Auto out of the race. I think it's definitely going to be scrutinised by the stewards. As I say, I'm not a steward myself, so. But in my books, that was not on. That wasn't on. He should have waited and given the place back, to be honest. But hey ho, here he is, still with the lead of the race, and he's actually managed to snatch the fastest lap off of Racing Green with a 1:39.776. I imagine we'll see that change as the cars become lower on fuel and people take on a fresh set of tyres. Yeah, the gap's still fairly consistent between the top three. Alessandro of 2 seconds up ahead to Yannick. Racing Green's got 1.4 up ahead to Alessandro in the M6, but in fact Racing Green looking like he's definitely done a bit of tyre management. His tyres definitely look a little bit better than Alessandro's at this point. When is everybody going to start to think about pitting? And Racing Green currently on maximum points from the first race. What can he do here in the sprint race? He's already up to third place already. And everybody's still yet to serve their first pit stop. I think the medium guys may start to come in the next couple of laps. I'm not sure they can string the mediums out enough to go on to softs though. But I have been wrong before. more than one occasion. I can admit it, chat, I can admit it, I have been wrong. So Alessandro the first into the pits now. Is that going to set up a chain reaction? Viking Dog is going to follow him. No, he's not. So Viking Dog actually choosing to stay out there. What's that, a dummy? What's he trying to dummy to people behind him that he was going in? Alessandro is the first person into the pits. So Yannick now with 3.2 seconds over Racing Green. What's Alessandro's feeding to? So Alessandro going for the undercut now, but he is going to have to pass a few cars, you would assume, as he comes out of the pits. So he's actually trying to undercut Racing Green. I think Racing Green was starting to creep up into that slipstream range, so Alessandro wanted to try and get in and out before that happened. But where is he now? So Tintin there in 4th, Perry is now in 5th, so Tintin's got past Perry, or is Perry onto the back of Tintin? I think Perry's onto the back of Tintin now. So yeah, Tintin's been having a cracking race. In 4th place, Perry tries to go around the outside, but unable to get it done. Will these guys start to filter into the pits as well? As Viking Dog still looking for the move on Perry as well in the background. He's in 6th at the moment. Zico's still there in 7th. BX Royal up to 8th now. Capel follows in 9th. CMP is in 10th. Anonyma 11th. With Alessandro hot on his heels now in 12th. Alessandro on the fresher tyres. He's just going to breeze up the inside there of Anonyma. Yannick is now into the pits. We've got a yellow flag. Somebody spun on the final turn. Who's that? Wait, what? I think it was Perry. Perry on them very warm mediums. He's choosing to stay out as well. So Alessandro up into 9th place, up into 7th place now for Alessandro. Alessandro has gone for a set of softs as well, so he's going to be looking to make the most out of them softs. The top 6 still yet to pit. So Racing Green, new race leader. 3.7 seconds is the gap back to Kellen. 3.8 seconds. Kellen with a bit of breathing space now. Tintin was all over his rear, wasn't he? But some way back now. Tintin may be having a moment somewhere. Not too sure what unfolded there. So halfway through this endurance race now. 12 laps to go. The 11 once they cross the line on this lap. So Racing Green is now into the pits. I think the top 6 are all going to go in. Are they? Or is Zico faking a dummy? No, he is. He's into the pits. Capel will follow. So Alessandro. I was Kellen back out already. Wait, what? Oh, Kellen stayed out. Kellen's favoured track position. So he is going to lose that position once he comes into the pits. But he's decided to stay out on them heavily worn mediums. He's definitely still got a few laps left in them. And he's still got fuel in the tank. But Alessandro on them racing softs. What can he do to close that gap? Up ahead to Kellen. He's cutting temps out of it as we speak. Nearly half a second through the last couple of corners. We'll check back with Alessandro in just a second. Them softs are going to go off quite quickly though, aren't they? As Anonyma looking for the move now on Perry. Anonyma there in 4th. He's up the inside of Perry. He's going to have the inside for the next set of turns, which is the bus stop. The chicane here. And he does get the move done. He's up into third place. Perry down to fourth now. None of them are having an absolutely cracking drive in this race. As Perry gets the move done into the sweeping right-hander, which turns into another sweeping left. Anonymous still hot on his heels though. Still hungry for that podium. I think, is he yet to score a podium this season? I think he might be yet to get on the podium. But he is still yet to pit as well. And Kellen stayed out once again. Anonymous is now into the pits. Perry favouring track position, like his teammate, ahead in first place. We see Yannick just creeping into the shot there in the background in fourth. How far is Racing Green? Oh, Racing Green all over the back of Yannick now. Racing Green looking hungry indeed. Yannick is now on the hard compound, as is Racing Green. So these guys looking like they're well and truly looking for that one stop. I think Alessandro, with them soft compound, I think he might be on for a two stop. But perhaps taking on the mediums for a second stint later on will... Yeah, it's going to be fast, isn't it? But I can't remember how long the pit stop is around here, around Fuji. I don't think it's one of the longer pit stops, so he might get away with it. He might get away with a two stop. Yannick still keeping that gap consistent to Racing Green at the moment. It's like a double apex left hand of that one. And Racing Green has got his teammate for company there as well. Only 5 tenths behind him. Is this going to be the opportunity that Racing Green needs to try and set up a move? Or is he going to be close enough on this lap? I'm not sure he is. So Yannick does go slightly defensive there. He's covered off the inside. Racing Green will have a look around the outside, or will he go for the switchback? I think Yannick actually managed to cover the switchback off as well, which has actually compromised Racing Green. Tintin trying to have a look up the inside there. He's on the racing soft, so Tintin surely on a two stop as well. I can't see him getting them soft to the end of this race. Oh, wow, look at him go. Really starting to challenge Racing Green now. Having a look once again at the inside. There's been contact. There was contact between the two Peugeots. I think... Yeah, Tintin letting Racing Green retake the position. That's good sportsmanship there from Tintin. He's free to have another go though, so it looks like they're not running team orders in Team Peugeot either. Every man for himself. And Tintin at the moment looking like the faster car, but he is on the faster compound. Tintin with the fastest lap as well, 1:39.266. So 1:39.2 for Tintin. That is good race pace. Obviously, as I say, he is on the soft toe, and he is looking to try and get past his teammate, still unable to do so. Kellen still out on them very worn medium tyres. And Tintin does have a look now up the inside of Racing Green. Who's going to be better on the brakes? Tintin's going to have to brake slightly earlier, being on the inside, but he actually, yeah, he gets the move done. So Racing Green back down to 6th, his teammate Tintin there up into 5th, but obviously Tintin on a different strategy. But free to try and challenge this guy now. Yannick in 4th place. So Perry still on them very heavily worn medium compound tyres, not a lot left in his tank now, only a couple of laps. And he's going to be wanting to get rid of them mediums surely. I think these McLaren guys are trying to stick out until Alessandro has to pit again. Alessandro currently finds himself in second place with a 4-second gap to Kellen. But he is also going to have to go to the pits once again, because them softs are... Oh, we had a big twitch there. They are nearly done. Kellen, what is he going to do? He's going to stay out again? Surely not. No, he is actually into the pits this time round. And is Alessandro? No, he's not going to follow him in. Alessandro stays out, will become your new race leader for the first time in this race. I think we've had three or four race leaders now in this race. So Alessandro with 14.9 seconds over Tintin currently. Tintin has got Yannick for company. Yannick has managed to get past Racing Green. But Tintin up into his best position so far this season. But he's definitely been practicing, isn't he? I think maybe he does definitely love Fuji as well. Taking the fastest lap. And up into second. It looks like he may have gone slightly deep there, but still hasn't compromised himself too much. Can Racing Green manage to get past Yannick as well? Obviously Tintin aided by that soft compound tyre. Looking to try and stretch that gap now. It's 7 tenths currently. Racing Green just doesn't look like he's managed to get him hard switched on, or maybe he's just not too comfortable on hards. Come on, Racing Green. He looked so racy, didn't he? In the first stint. Alessandro is now into the pits. How many positions is Alessandro going to lose, and what tyre will he come out on? Maybe he'll come out on fresh softs. Perhaps he's doing a medium soft kind of race. It's interesting. Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye out as Racing Green thinks about a move up the inside there of Yannick. Almost got it done on the exit. Allowed Yannick. It looked like he allowed Yannick to retake the position because he touched him slightly. That position's yours, Racing Green. I have faith. You'll get it done, and you'll get it done cleanly. Trouble is, you got to watch for the return. So Viking Dog now finds himself in 4th place with Kellan there in 5th. BX is up to 6th. I think he's just got a pass done on Zico. On fresh medium compound now, as is Zico. Zico looking like he's definitely more confident on the mediums. As who was that? Was that Alessandro going for a move at the inside of CMP there? He's trying to size it up, wasn't he? And he is indeed out on a fresh set of soft compound tyre. He wants to try and get CMP out of the way as quick as he can. And Zico and BX are still battling for 6th place. Oh, Zico with a big moment. Not losing too much time though. As Alessandro once again, he's going to get a better drive here out of the final turn. It's going to be a drag race between these two on the approach to turn 1. I think Zico sizing up the move up ahead against BX as well. In fact, it looks like Alessandro actually opting to try and help CMP maybe onto the back of these two. As Zico does go for a move up the inside into turn 1, plenty of space given, and he gets the move done. BX trying to return move now into this left-hander here, turn 2. And then into 3, the sweeping right-hander. And then we'll be down the hill and into 4. BX on the inside for the next one. Still side by side. Zico goes a little bit wide. He's drifted off the track there. Will he pick up half a second penalty? He's got away with it. He's still on the inside of BX. BX still trying to hang it around the outside. Zico will surely have the inside for the bus stop as they approach it now. It's going to be the hard braking zone here, and BX does retake the position, but Zico's still there on his outside. I don't know why I went all high pitch there, but Zico almost with a move around the outside once again. Alessandro has crept up onto the back of him as well. Alessandro up into 7th place. He's got past the MP. Can he get on to the back of the top 3? He's got his work cut out for him, but these guys ahead of him are on fading medium tyres. Zico looking a bit squirrely on the curb on the final exit there. Who's going to be making a move? Come down into turn 1 once again. I think Zico is going to try and set one up, and he is. But they are side by side. Oh, and Alessandro, he's going to try and make it 3 wide. Oh my god. And he gets the move done on Zico, and he gets the move done on BX Royal as well. What the hell happened there? That was a buy one get one free there for Alessandro, momentarily up into 5th place, but BX then retakes that 5th position. Alessandro back down to 6th. Oh no, I think it's a tiny bit of sideways action. Alessandro back up into 5th, BX down to 6th once again. Zico waiting in the wings, they're trying to pick up the pieces. It looks like Alessandro is well and truly through now. Up into 5th place for the BMW driver on the soft compound tyre. BX Royal still got his work out with Zico there, and he's got CMP not far behind now. CMP looked like maybe he was saving some of them tyres, trying to conserve the tyre life. However, we have got a new race leader. Racing Green has managed to find his way past Yannick now. I said it was going to come, didn't I? Sooner or later. It's a shame we missed that one. And Yannick looking like he's under pressure now from Viking Dog. Viking Dog is going to be bearing down on him. Come down into turn 1 for the 21st time in this feature race. Oh, and Viking sends it. That was an absolute send there from Viking. He's gone deep though. That's allowed Yannick back through into 2nd place. He's going to have to try that again. Was a little bit optimistic there though, I feel, from Viking. He thought he was going to get later on the brakes, which he did, but it didn't quite pay off for him. Yannick just kept to the racing line and breezed back into 2nd place. Meanwhile, Racing Green almost creeping into a 2nd now. He's definitely broke the toe to the cars behind, trying to scamper off into the sunset. So I think the battle's still here for 2nd place between Viking Dog and Yannick. Is he going to be able to get the move done? Is he going to go for a lunge like he did on the lap before? I don't think he will this time round. I think he tried it and he's not going to try it again. He was just too far back, wasn't he? It was a great attempt, but yeah, he was never going to get the car stopped. And again, but he gets it done this time. What a move there from Viking Dog. He didn't outbrake himself that time round. Yannick still trying to come back around his outside. In fact, it looked like Yannick was trying to maybe turn him around. Come on, Yannick. Got race fair, mate. Although there was plenty of space given that time round. Viking Dog keeps that position for the minute, although it looked like Yannick was into the back of Viking there, which compromised him on the exit. Viking still keeps the position. Only 2 laps to go now. You see first place not too far ahead. He's definitely got a couple of seconds over these guys back in second and third. Kellen has now crept up onto the back of Yannick. What can Kellen do? Can he make an upset to the top 3? He's hungry, isn't he? Look at him. He is looking for that position now against Yannick. Oh, and just outbrakes himself again. So later on the brakes, but it didn't pay off. I think Yannick saw that one coming as well. So Viking Dog still unable to bridge that gap up ahead to Racing Green. Racing Green have 2.5 seconds over the rest of the field now. I think we might see changes at the top of the standings once again coming into the final round. It's definitely going to be closer, a lot closer, isn't it? Racing Green knew the mission and he has accepted. And Viking Dog has obviously moved ahead of Yannick and managed to keep that position. He's not actually pulled away just yet though. Yannick keeping the gap fairly consistent. Are we going to see another move come from Kellen into turn 1? He tried to go later on the brakes on the previous lap, but it was way too late on the brakes and Yannick retook that position with ease. But we are on to the final lap. Yannick covers off the inside this time. Kellen's going to have to try and think about setting up a switchback, trying to get the better exit here, and then maybe take the inside into turn 3. But I don't think he's got enough left in that hard compound tyre. They are heavily warm now. Oh, in fact, no, Kellen on racing softs, so actually very heavily warm racing softs. Alessandro's managed to make his way up to 5th place, but can't seem to bridge that gap up to 4th. 3.9 seconds is what he's dealing with on this final lap. BX finds himself in 6th now, so that's definitely some better points than in the feature in the sprint there for BX, but I think he's still going to be kicking himself. Finishing ahead of Zico though, crucially, it looks like at the moment, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see when the standings come out as to what positions are being changed and where. CMP currently in 8th. But here we go, he's managed to do the double in this round. He's going to take pretty much maximum points. He's not going to take the fastest lap for this race, his teammate will, but GG's Racing Green. He will take the checkered flag, and that makes it 2 out of 2 there for Racing Green. He's going to finish in 1st. Viking Dog will hold off Yannick surely to take 2nd, and he does. Yannick finishes in 3rd. Kellen will finish in 4th. Alessandro takes 5th. BX Royal, that's a blinding comeback drive, mate. Excellent recovery there from BX to finish in 6th. Zico is 7th. CMP 8th. Perry will take 9th. Tintin 10th, Capel 11th, and Anonyma finishes in 12th place. Well, that was it, guys. That was round 7, and that was definitely spicy indeed, wasn't it? I think the stewards definitely going to have their work out for them after this round. As I say, we'll have to wait and see for the standings. I think you get like a pre-steward standings, don't you? And then obviously you get a post-steward standings, which is what I would normally tell you before the start of the race. So yeah, we'll go and have a look if they're up. I'm not sure when they get put up. It's probably an hour after the race or something, isn't it? And yeah, if not, I'll read them out next week. But it's going to be very, very close, isn't it? Coming into the final round of this season, season 18. So anyway, I will see you there. Same time, same place. This has been your boy Vex. This has been the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers from the Aero League Racing GT7 Championship. I hope to see you all again. Good night.